Hi y'all, welcome to Truly Crafts Floss Tube Extra Stitch Mania edition. Yeah. I am doing Stitch Mania this year. I didn't do it last year. Because last year, around this time, I wasn't really sure how into stitching I was gonna get, you know. Well, time has told. I like it a lot. So, I decided to do Stitch Mania this year. And I have a theme. Mermaids. I'm doing mermaynia. So I wanted to get this recorded and get it up real quick before May 1st. Yeah, kind of down to the wire here. But wanted to get it recorded and up before May 1st. So let's get into it. None of these are in any particular order of when I'm going to do them. They're all mermaids. And each one is going to be chosen for whatever day by a decision wheel. So I have them all in a decision wheel on my phone. And, I'll spin the wheel and it'll land on something and then poof, it'll be gone from the wheel. So one by one. You will hear some crinkling because some of the fabrics are still in their bags. You'll hear crinkling. So, first up, Autumn Lane Stitchery, Curious Mermaid. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Very gorgeous. Yes, please. Thank you. I love it. And when looking for fabric on which to stitch it, I was, cruising through things, and I decided that I was going to get Fairy Fields by Under the Sea Fabrics. And that will not be the only. Down there at the bottom, where the green is going to be, because it is technically a green, but it's sort of a sandy green, I guess you could call it. So that'll be like the bottom of the lake, because that to me says a lake mermaid. But let's see if, let's fold it back up. But it's by Under the Sea Fabrics, Fairy Fields, and there you go. It's opalescent. It's sparkly, which pleases me. I don't need to keep that in the back anymore. Next up is a pattern by Stitchy Little Fox. Salty but sweet. StitchyLittleFox.etsy.com. This is the fabric she'll be on. It's a 14 count that I dyed myself. Just, regular, get it in the little plastic bag tube from like Joann's or something. Next up is this Fantasy Mermaid by one of my absolute favorites, Leslie Tier. I'm just going to stick with calling her Leslie Tier until someone corrects me. And she will be on a 20 count Aida that again dyed myself. All the light stuff is apparently getting blown out because photography, whatever. I think my camera just does not like this shirt. I think it does not like my burgundy outfits. Oh well. Next up, the Sea Star pattern that I won from Vicky of Reading and Stitching by, oh Lord, Designed by Sophia Cornali, who I believe is the daughter of Julia Punti and Ticci, GPA Designs. I am not using all the called for gas because there's some there that I just can't even find where it's supposed to be on the chart, but I'm going to be using like a variety of flosses that I had laying around. I don't think there's even one single DMC in here. This is all like Paxco and JP & Coats, and I will be stitching it on this. I'm pretty sure it's uneven weave. I found this in the remnant bin in Walmart, and it's a very natural, very like, the threads are all fairly small-ish. Like, it kind of looks like it should be an even weave, but there are more threads one way than there are another, so. Do I care that it's going to make the X's kind of rectangular, or? No. It'll be a very interesting flavor. I mean, I sincerely doubt it's going to make. It might make it look. Might make her, the fish, look a little taller or a little fatter. I'm okay with that. I like voluptuous mermaids, as you will see with yet another one later on. Next up will be my Minerva Mermaid by Kathy Barrick. I do not have the NPIs for this. I will be using the DMC conversion. And I have two options for fabric. I am either going to stitch her on 54 count from Jackson Fabric Arts. That's this really pretty, paley, purpley lavender. It's a lavender color. It's gorgeous. Or, if my eyes decide to go, nope, I'll stitch her on 16 count doubloon by Picture This Plus. It will depend entirely on my mood the day that she comes up in the wheel. Entirely on my mood. So. And next up is Letters from Mermaids by Nora Corbett. Her letter series are put out by Hoffman Distributing, and the fabric is 14 count Echo. Ada by Picture This Plus. Let's just fill the entire screen with that, shall we? And it's pretty. Jeez. So I am using for like the letter A and a lot of her tail and her hair and stuff. She's being edited to use like the A will be in reds. I'm using like DMC variations. Basically a conversion for most of the stuff. Next up, I can't find like a cover image of this anywhere, but it's a pattern by Alita Designs. It's her mermaid, Alita Designs mermaid. That's all it's called. That's all I can find. And I will be stitching her on 18 count shale. Now see, in the viewfinder, it looks kind of gray, doesn't it? It looks kind of gray, as it should, you know, shale, right? It's got a pink tone to it, which I'm not mad at it. It's just was not expecting the pink tone. It's a gray with a pink tone to it, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. So I wish I had a picture so I could show you, but I don't have a picture that I can show you what Alita will look like. Alita Mermaid will look like finished. But you know, I'll stitch her up and then everyone will see. I don't have the cover image for this. I should have printed out, but I didn't. I'll show you like the color key from a distance. And the fabric is white opalescent. Good God. There is no way you're going to see the sparkles in that. That is just going to get too blown out. But it's 14 count white opalescent Ada. And the pattern is by Peacock and Fig. It's one of her mermaid tails. One of her mermaid tails. And it's Struggles, which is kind of a voluptuous mermaid of a more voluptuous mermaid from her Four Mermaids. And you know, it says she's pretty much saying, you know, the struggle is real. I can't remember the entire phrase, and it doesn't have it in the back stitch, so of the part that I printed out, so I'll be doing one of the struggles. And alright, come on. It's being stubborn. Comfort Lighthouse by Carriage House Samplings. Who I think is Kathy Barrick. Isn't she? I don't know. It's a lot of blues and grays and some white, and it's pretty, and I like it. I'm going to be stitching it in the DMC, and I'm going to be stitching it on more of that mystery uneven weave stuff. Now, would I like to stitch it on the Called for Linen? Yes, but no. I didn't want to make like a full order from PTP for it. So I'm stitching it on my mystery fabric. And if I don't like how it turns out on the mystery fabric, well, then I suppose I will just have to restitch it, won't I? Yeah, like that's gonna be a problem for me. No, nope, not gonna be a problem. All right, next up, where are you? Voluptuous Mermaids. I have the magazine. It's from The Very Best Cross Stitch, Jill and Beading by Jill Oxton. Issue 51. I'm gonna stitch me a little fat mermaid on perforated plastic. She's gonna be a me mermaid. Much like the A is going to be a me mermaid, only, you know, idealized me. Not idealized, but, you know, me that wouldn't have quite as much trouble finding clothes that fit. Next up is Siren's Tart by Plum Street Samplers. Part of the Jack's Sweet Shop thing. I got it off of Down Sunshine Lane. And it was a full kit, and it did come with Wheats Dye Works Dolphin fabric. I didn't like the gray fabric. I wanted a more blue-y fabric, so I got 36 count smoke blue Edinburgh linen. I have a mouth, I can use it for it instead. So I'll stitch her up, put her in the tart. She'll be pretty. I will fiddle part with putting all this away after I'm done. Let's do the afters here. You hear another pop. Because it's another Ziploc bag. Okay. This is a Spoonflower freebie. And I believe she calls it, yep, Little Mermaid. Spoonflower Diaries, The Little Mermaid. And I actually have the fabric rolled up. What is wrong with me? Rolled up and tied. Did I think about that before I did this? No. It's a little scrap of 14 count Aida that I had dyed. Of course, I tie it with some thread instead of, being smart and using a rubber band. It's a very good thing I zigzagged stitched all around this thing. Ah! Get off, get off, get off, get off. I may have to work on my clusterfuck piece after today. But there we are. It's Dinky. She'll look good. She will look very nice on that, I think. I'm probably going to change her skin color. Because I do agree with Bendy Stitchy. We need more color in our people skin designs. People skin. Oh, I had a moment. Okay. I'm just going to show you from here. Because there's no possible... I mean, I can barely read it holding it up like this. So, this is by Aromas78. It's a freebie. From, I don't know. They're Italian. I don't speak Italian, so I don't know if Aromas78 identifies as male or female, but it is on 22 count hardanger. It will be on 22 count hardanger. That obviously I dyed myself. I mean, how often do you see cross-stitch fabrics sold that are like this? Not often. So, I think that'll look pretty epic on there. Next up, I only have fabric to show you and a little bit of a start. None of the others have been started. This one has because it's my design. I bought a Victorian motto sampler set just because of the name of it, Sleepy Hollow from 2018, the 2018 version. And then I was like, at first, for all the rest, it was like, ooh, yeah, I can use this for that and this for that. And then she sent a freebie. As she does, she sends freebies with the orders. And the freebie was a variegated called Grape Jamboree. I was like, crud, what am I ever going to use that in? I didn't know. So I decided to design a mermaid for it. And, you know, since it was kind of a murky, grape, purpley shaded throughout, I was like, that would be really good for, like, Let's Drown Them All mermaid. So she's going to be, like, there's the little started so I could see how the browns contrasted. It's going to be on this, which is 32 count MCG Textiles linen that I dyed myself. And I'm calling her La Serena just because I like the way it's, just because I like that. I like the La Serena. I was listening to Owen Fife. He has a La Serena song, so. And it's going to be done in almost all Victorian motto samplers. There's only one thing on it that will not be done in VMSS, and that is the fin tips of the shark. That's going to be there. So, there's her. And this is all in the same bag because they're both Erica Michaels. They're both these mermaids. This is her mermaid silk berry. And I already have the little silk swatches that came with it sewn on to this plaid-y fabric that I had in my fabric stash that I have no clue what else to do with. So I'll be ready to be stitched when it comes up. And that was what I got first. And then I saw there was a linen berry with an adorable little mermaid locket. It also has a needle book, but I am not doing the needle book for Mermania. So the By the Sea, linen berry, needle book, and little locket. And that was not, that little swatch of silk gauze was not included in this. I bought a kit specifically for the silk gauze. So I have a whole bunch of like silk threads, Krennic silk threads that are just kind of lazing about in my stash. And the linen berry actually calls for 32 count Belfast linen, raw/white. I'm using blue white. Still 32 count Belfast, or it's not Belfast linen, it's 32 count blue white Lugana. And I just wanted it on blue. Will the blues that might be in the mermaid fade into the background? Possibly, but it's linen. I can backstitch. I am okay with backstitching. And I'm looking forward to stitching her. And last of all, will be, there we go. It is the Calypso Silhouette by, let me see if the name is actually on here, or if like the name got cut off when I printed it out. The name got cut off, and I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. I suck at it. But I'm going to be stitching Calypso on a canvas bag, on a little canvas tote bag. And I'm going to be stitching her with gassed Tutti Frutti. That's going to pop so beautifully on the black. I'm going to love this so much. So very much so. Yeah, totally prepped. The waist canvas, it's 18 count. It's on the black canvas, ready to be stitched. So, that is my mermaynia plans. I actually have 3 mermaid project bags. 2 by me, 1 by the wonderful Michelle, who is, I can't remember. Oh my god. She's in the Stitcher's Coven. And I cannot for the life of me remember what her Instagram handle is. It's completely slipping my mind. But she's the one who made my other project bag when I do my Stitch Mania. And what I will be doing is I will be, doing like a little daily vlog deal, start, end. And when I use her bag, when I do the projects that are in her bag, I will find her Instagram name, and I think she started a floss tube. And that will be in further videos. God, my brain, I swear. So, there's where I am. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so very excited that my crazy butt is already planning for next year. So, thank y'all for watching. Take care. See you probably tomorrow. Bye.